Thanks for downloading a 3CR podcast. 3CR is an independent community radio station based in Melbourne, Australia. We need your financial support to keep going. Go to www.3cr.org.au for more information and to donate online. Now stay tuned for your 3CR podcast.
We're putting up new buildings, we're knocking down the old. We're working in the summer heat and in the winter cold. And the labour power we sell, me boys, for a hard and weekly pay produces mighty profits for the greedy MBA. And whether we were born here or born in Italy, in Greece, in Spain or Ireland, in England or Fiji, we all of us are workers, united we must stand, until the wealthy bludgers have been driven from our land. We faced deregistration, it backfired in the face. We're not fooled by arbitration, we won't stay in our place. We hit the bosses hard and fast to win and keep our gains, and break a couple of concrete pours to back our log of claims. So keep your powder dry and hold your head up high. It's class to class and face to face, our limit is the sky. We've got a fighting history and we never will be cowed. Our builders' labour is a name to make a man feel proud.
And it's good morning from the Concrete Gang, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, 8:55 on the AM dial, 9:30 every Sunday morning. How are you this morning, Campo, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed?
I am bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
And we should mention at the top of the show, this is International Women's Week, and there's a few meetings and rallies coming up. We'll get Annie to give us a little report later. So she's not here just for a good looks, Annie. And also we've dusted off one of our old mates. God love him. The old mate, we can't call him, he's got a new name now, which is?
Wayne.
So
We pinch Wayne back from the garden show.
He's gone from Warren to Wayne, we can say that, so you know where he is. But anyway, good to see you, Wayne. And how you enjoying the retired life, mate?
It's a little bit difficult.
Now, just remember this, the lovely June often listens to the Concrete Gang, so be very careful.
I am restrained.
Yes, well, it's a lot of the members we talk to, all of a sudden, they never used to see their wives, and now they reckon they see too much of them, but that's another story. But anyway, there's got to be an upside to it, mate. You've got the tomatoes growing a treat and painting the house, and geez, you've been up and about, mate.
Today the Concrete Gang, tomorrow the garden show.
Yeah, well, we've had some complaints. We started talking about your tomatoes and the garden shows, rang and complained. I said, turn it up, will you?
Yeah. Stick to your own field.
Yeah. What you're good at. We don't even know what that is yet, but anyway.
I made pasta sauce, so I'm going to do a cooking show as well.
Cooking show as well, yeah. Oh, well, we'll be the judge of that, but anyway. Well, it's good to see you going well. At least you've made your retirement and you're enjoying it. And I suppose a bit of travel will come up yet, I suppose, when you can.
Well, maybe we should go around Australia a little bit. We've been overseas, and there's a few places in Australia to see, and I think there's probably a bit of money could be
keep the money here.
Shared around because there's still people in a bit of difficulty after last year.
Yeah, good. That's fair enough, Wayne. And we're all going to sort of have our holidays locally and spend the money in Australia because keep it here, but
keep it Victoria, I say. Everyone was against us at one stage, so we've got to keep it Victoria.
That's what Elias says, keep it in Victoria. Anyway, look, we better start on a bit of job news and a bit of stuff that's going on around the traps. Probably, what could we start off with? What about Ballarat Trades Hall? Campo. You've come up with not a bad one there. They're running a raffle for the...
Well, obviously, Ballarat was where the Rika flag was first flown,
Yes.
you know what I mean? So it's
Rika Stockade.
It's historic. And the trades hall up there in Ballarat, you know, if you ever worked in a region, it's pretty hard going. So you need your local trades hall. It's good to be involved. And, you know, they do a raffle. Labor Day is their big day, so they have a dinner, and they do a raffle to raise a bit of money for the trades hall and all that. Well, we threw in a big drill and a few other things, and all the other unions threw in bottles of wine and nice big raffle prizes. The AWU donated 2 packs of cards. So, you know.
2 packs of cards.
Fair dinkum.
You mean playing cards or...
2 packs of playing cards.
So you wish they'd shuffle off or something?
And I heard the word on the street is they're the black and gold ones you get at IGA.
Oh, Jesus.
They're doing it a bit rough, you know what I mean?
The old AWU, yeah, well, there'd be no shock horror there, would
Would
there?
you even bother? 2 packs of cards.
No,
You're more embarrassed about giving it. But
exactly.
I'm not, no sauce on this, it's 2 packs of cards.
No sauce?
No sauce.
Jesus, that's even worse.
They're doing it tough.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, that's not a bad start. But,
Sheep aren't getting shorn, and they're doing it hard.
Yeah. And I suppose we'd have to, well, unfortunately, we've got to touch on it again with the Liberal Party. I mean, they're just about destroying themselves with what's gone on with the women in the government house, or not government house up at Canberra.
It's actually, you know, and power to these women that have come forward, and power to, you know, women out there in general coming forward and calling this out for what it is. But it's actually an embarrassment and a disgrace the way our country is dealing with this stuff at the moment. You know, the way, you know, they're playing politics with it instead of addressing the issues.
No. They went into damage control.
Mm.
And as a consequence, they've been more concerned about protecting the Prime Minister and his likely successor. And the consequence of that is that they have absolutely destroyed their credibility with women across Australia. In an International Women's Week,
it's a disgrace.
To just basically go, stuff you, is unbelievable.
And
I would have thought they would have got on the front foot and go, okay, there's a problem, there's a series of problems, we're going to address this, we're going to be seen to do something. All they've done is hunkered down and tried to pretend it wasn't a problem. So not only is it disrespectful, it's also dumb.
it is.
Politically dumb.
I just feel sorry for their family, you know. There's a lady, you know, the young girl committed suicide, or she, you know, happened when she was 16, and, you know, and she later committed suicide. You know, the pressure she felt and her family felt all these years, you know. And, you know, they put their head in the sand and, you know, not want an inquiry into it. It's a bit of a disgrace. And even the way the minister with Bridget Higgins has handled it, and what some of her outlandish comments, you know, that's ridiculous.
Well, the contrast between Morrison and the Australian of the Year was just unbelievable. He was there congratulating her and telling her what a great person she was and how she'd raised an issue and she'd done all this wonderful thing for women. And then he goes direct opposite to that, and then I've forgotten her name, but Tame, the Australian of the Year, was at the Press Club in Canberra this week. She got a standing ovation from a whole lot of cynical bloody journos because she got up there and she just laid it straight on the line.
She's a good speaker too. If you
she absolutely slaughtered him.
Well, there we are. So, yes, it's not going too well from up there, is it? You know?
No,
it's getting worse every day.
All power to the sisters in not only this week, but in the campaign that's got to continue. And
Well, some of the sisters let the side down up there.
Yeah, not sticking together in Canberra, I know that. Some of them, less than pleased.
Well, unfortunately, as we know in most aspects of life, not everyone's in the club.
That's
Exactly.
well said, Wayne. All right, so...
I might go back to being Warren.
Yeah, I think
Worry,
you should.
because he's confusing all of us.
You know we're very easily confused here on a concrete gang, but that is confusing. But
Righto, I'm
all right, you're back to Warren, are you? Right. Yep. All right. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about Pro Bill. Jeez, I'll tell you, talking about cards. They pulled the wrong card trying to side up with the Chinese, didn't they? So Pro Bill was
must have got a pack of cards from the AWU.
Yeah. You don't forget I do the funny stuff, Warren, not you, all right? Yeah, jeez.
He's here for comic relief, not you.
Yeah, oh my God. Well, anyway, so ProBuild, as we know, are owned by South Africa, and they were trying to do a deal with the Chinese to sell a certain amount of the company, and that all turned to tears because the government stopped that in its footsteps. And meanwhile, ProBuild's been burning. They haven't been getting any work. They haven't been. They're going backwards. They've sacked a lot of people because I suppose the people don't want to deal with someone that they don't know who's going to own them in the end, don't they? I mean. And with the Chinese thing going on, it's probably not soon to be, doing the right thing with some of those developers and all that sort of stuff. So it's not a good place to be at ProBuild, I don't think. There's some of the big chiefs there, and they're only on part-time. I think the main man's been gone. I think he's gone. What was his name, the bloke running the show there? Simon Gray. Yeah, Simon Gray. I think he's gone. So there's a lot going on down there, but not a lot of work. So, stay tuned, I think. But,
I don't think Simon would be too pleased because he was, I understood, going to retire. And what a better time to retire than when basically the company's for sale and you get some knock-on benefit.
Yeah, well, I know about not too much knock-on benefit.
No knock-on benefit for Simon, so...
No.
No knock-on benefits.
I don't think he'll be voting for our friend the Treasurer.
Ooh. Well, I don't think he's going dusty, is he?
No, I don't think so.
Not short of a quid?
No, I don't think so. Well, they're on pretty big money, aren't they?
Yeah, well, not enough to choke a donkey.
Yeah.
A herd of donkeys.
Yeah, some donkeys, yeah. All right, so that's ProBuild. What about, we've done the Liberal Party, Ballarat's what about Letcon Precast?
Oh, old Letcon down at Dandenong. We've had a couple of officials go down there. Our two officials look after the precast and doing a sterling job. Going down there, they've had a lot of OH&S issues, and the three brothers that own Letcon attacked them and verbally abused them and tried to manhandle them and physically attack them to get out of their yard. And the boys stood fat, and as a result, the OH&S is in the process of getting fixed, I believe. So, good win there for the boys. But that's what it shows. When you are doing your job and they got nothing, that's what they result to. You know what I mean? So,
well, there's been a bit of that going on, a bit of the heavy-handed stuff coming from the bosses, isn't there?
Well, there was another one as well this week. I just got messaged.
Another one?
Yeah, so the Feder, the young Greek, he had CPP, John Hollands, RIA, Jeff Farr, verbally abused, physically pushed, tried to punch the whole bit this week. And there's a lovely little video I just saw of it, so it is, that's what they've got. When they've got nothing and you're bringing up serious issues and they know they're in the wrong, they talk about the union not doing the right thing. This is what they do. They get in your way, they try and manhandle you, and they try and stop you from doing your job to the best of your ability. So power to all those officials involved in both of those incidents.
Exactly. And I imagine what would happen if we rose our hands.
Oh, yeah. Please.
Front page of the Herald Sun. Yeah, but with the allowed to belt us around, that's okay. But anyway.
They'd be coming out saying the rule of law, they need to hold to the rule of law. We all see what the rule of law's been doing in Canberra, don't we?
Yeah. All right, well, listen, we better cut to a track, and we've got the ex-musical director here, but I'll cut across to the new musical director.
The better, the younger, the newer.
Well, the jury's still out. Don't wrap yourself up too much, Campo.
Oh, someone's got to.
Yeah, well, good luck with that. And what do you got for us, mate?
For the women, sisters doing it for themselves.
there it is, one for the sisterhood, for the women.
International Women's
right.
Day.
So thanks,
And
mate. I'm struggling today. International Women's Week. And just on that, we've got the lovely Annie here who does the tinkering on the dials here for us every week on the Concrete Gang and puts up with all our bad language and
that terrible language.
shocking thing we go on about.
Yeah.
And Annie, would you like to fill us in what's actually going on for International Women's Week?
Well, there's a lot of things going on, but the Trades Hall here in Victoria have put out an alert from the women's group that they've got there. There's a whole, in fact, it's one of the only ones in Australia, which is a whole section dealing with women's issues at the Trades Hall. They've got they're inviting people down there at 12 p.m. on Monday. This precedes...
Tomorrow. Yep.
Tomorrow, precedes the big march, which happens annually, starting at Parliament Steps at 2 p.m.
It starts at, I got it written down as 12 o'clock Monday.
That's the stuff at Trades Hall.
Yeah.
But the big rally's at 2.
Yeah.
Campo, just pull out, mate. Go on.
Sorry.
No, go on.
I mean, Trades Hall, because obviously Lisa deals with our staff. I think the women are meeting at Trades Hall at 12 o'clock and then they'll be going down there. That's my understanding. As Trades Hall this week have had the Women's Rights at Work Festival this week, and they also had during the week a film. They have a film night with all the women come in, and it's a good night. And they played The Women of Steel. It's a movie, the premiere movie, and it's about the women took on BHP in the West. And apparently, it's a great movie. And if you haven't seen it, get out there and watch it. At
a long haul. That it's a fascinating film because it shows women being incredibly brave. Because what they did was. Which is no news, but it goes against the stereotype. A set of them decided, there was a long campaign, it took years, but a set of them actually dressed up as in workers' clothes and infiltrated the site and worked during the night. You know, the whole idea was that they couldn't even go onto the site, so it was a big push. And it takes bravery to do stuff like this. And, women are doing it for themselves. And going back to what you were talking about earlier, one of the things I think that people should be realising is that Christian Porter is actually the Attorney General. Now, he is the highest legal officer in the land. Now, if they decide to have a person like that who's under suspicion for pretty nefarious activity, then perhaps it would be wise if he actually returned to the back bench and they replaced him with someone who is less soiled in the eyes of the world.
Less soiled is a lovely way. And with his mate
Hayden.
I keep thinking Heppel. I shouldn't say that, Jesus. Dyson Hayden, yeah. Well, we haven't heard much about him, have we?
No, gone a bit quiet there.
Old Dirty Dyson.
All right, that's good, Annie. Thanks very much for that report. And we heard it all here. And Mrs. Campo, thank you for helping out there.
Mrs. Campo.
And anyway, so what have we got now? We've got Richie. Yeah, you want to do you know much about what that Richie's finds in Tassie, young Warren?
Well, there is a long history now of our good friends from the ABCC pursuing Tasmania and the union in Tasmania.
Well, there's not much work.
Where there ain't much work, and it's a small place, so I guess they don't get lost, and they just follow the officials down there around on a permanent basis, and anyone who swears or walks onto a job, even for a short time,
swears.
Then there's a prosecution. And, of course, they're using prior convictions to justify the follow-up prosecution, and then another conviction justifies another prosecution, and so on. So they've really gone out of their way to pursue the union's officials down there. And what we've got to now is a situation where Richie has been personally fined, and of course,
it means he has to pay his own fines out of his own pocket.
Well, there's two personal fines, one that the union can pay unless the court says, no, you've got to personally pay it. And in this case, the most recent case, Richie has been told he must personally pay the fine.
How much?
And to be honest, I'm not too sure.
25G.
20.
I thought it was a little bit less than
Yeah,
that.
I thought
but
it
it's
was
around,
20, but anyway,
I thought
whatever.
it was around 20. But
Yeah.
the point is, that's a very high fine.
Yeah.
And given that most of the so-called priors swear or bad language and just simply walking on to the job, means that every swear word's worth probably $1,000.
Well, I mean,
That's extraordinary.
Let's get back to the ABCC. We're bringing up all the time about what their role is in the industry. All they talk about is the flags on the cranes, stickers on helmets, blokes using union logos on their clothes, and swearing. And that's what you get for your $500 million a year.
Oh,
I mean, surely, there's going to be more important things in life than that.
well, they should be investigating the sham contracting. We've seen it through the
100%.
industry. The Tylers, we've had issues this week actually with Wet Spot, and we'll be nominating him. Unpayment of compliance, non-payment of wages, blokes not getting paid for weeks at a time.
Developers
Yeah, it's a joke.
bulldozing, heritage listed pubs and not paying fines, all that sort of stuff. It's
Phoenix and the
amazing.
companies.
But our good friends, the ABCC, are there for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to destroy the union.
We understand that.
To stop the union being effective in the industry, and that means you harass us on every possible piss-handle thing, and hopefully they expect to basically demilitarise the union.
All right. Now we need to do the scallywags, and as usual we have trouble winding up Warren, but nothing's changed there.
Yep.
Scallywags, who we got, boys?
We've got one, Kevin Costa, Monash Freeway. He was setting up a pump at 3 o'clock in the morning with no barriers, no nothing.
Who for?
He's from CPB.
Yep.
Monash Freeway, setting up a pump in the middle of the Monash Freeway. He also left a worker in charge, a labourer in charge of high-risk work of 3 blokes while he went and had a bit of a nap. And apparently he got done for telling a few porky pies to work safe. They had to come out there at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's notorious for telling porky pies, apparently, and he's a big listener to the show, so shout out to Kevin.
But as long as he didn't swear.
He didn't swear.
Okay. Who else we got? You got any Warren you want to chuck in?
Well, I would have thought that the Morrison government has failed in every workplace responsibility they have. So I'm nominating the whole government.
Beautiful, beautiful. Who else we got?
Well, we got the AWU for the deck of cards.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad, yeah.
That's a good one. And we've also got Letcon, obviously with the boys in the precast yard.
Yeah.
John Hollins for RIA for the issues we spoke about. We've also got Wet Spot. We were talking about them. He's obviously not paying any ink and sham contracting and all that. And from the official, he also should be nominated because he wears boat shoes.
Well, who we got? Because we're running out of time.
Oh,
We'd have to, because it's International Women's Week, we'd have to give it to the Morrison government.
That's
What do you
right.
think? We all, Anna, you happy with that?
Yep.
Righto. There's Scallywags of the week.
And Suki Lala,
Suki Lala, who we got? That's my job to say Suki Lala, mate, all right?
I was just helping you along.
Thanks, mate. Little help I can get. Righto. So, Suki Lala, who we got, boys?
well, I'd say, obviously, you look at the way the Liberal, I'd give them the Daily Double. They've been sooking amongst themselves and trying to hide and all that sort of stuff. But,
I'd give it to ProBuild.
they've
All
been having a
right.
sook.
Okay, let's give
Hey.
it well, if they haven't
They,
sooked, they will.
they didn't get their Chinese money and they're all having a sook about it.
Well, they all bought rickshaws. What are they going to do with them? They got rickshaws instead of limousines and cars. Yeah, they'll be sooking after this anyway, that's for sure.
That's right.
Anyway, it's great to have you back, Warren. We're glad you're enjoying the retirement, and we look forward to getting you come in and do some of those recordings you've been promising us for 6 months.
Your podcast.
And I reckon another 12 months when you finally get your recorder going, you'll be coming in. But we look forward to that. So we'll go out the same old way. Dare to struggle,
Dare to win.
If you don't fight,
You lose.
and it's good morning from the Concrete Gang. And what we're going out with Campo?
More things change, the more they stay the same. Was it? What was it?
No.
No, wrong song. What was the song?
Yesterday's Hero.
Yesterday's Hero. Sorry.
When I walk down the street, see the people who stop and stare and say, haven't I seen that face somewhere a long time ago? When I walk down the street, see the stranger who says, why, hi, with a how you going, buddy? When you walked on by, I thought I'd say hello. They say, haven't I seen your face before? Weren't you the boy that used to live next door? Weren't you on television every night? Haven't I seen you around? Take a look at me, I'm yesterday's hero. Yesterday's hero. That's all I be. Take a look at me, I'm yesterday's hero. Yesterday's hero. It's all that I'm gonna be if I don't get together. Make a new start and be somebody better. All that I'll be if I don't get together now. When you walk down the street, if you know me, then pass me by. If you wonder what I'm doing, don't ask me why I don't read the news. When you walk down the street, if you're sorry, then don't feel bad. If you followed my story, then just be glad you ain't in my shoes. Because haven't you seen my face before? Yes, I was the boy who used to live next door. Yes, I was on television every night. Haven't you seen me round? Take a look at me, I'm yesterday's hero. Yesterday's hero. That's all I be. Take a look at me, I'm yesterday's hero. And yesterday's hero is all that I'm gonna be if I don't get together. Make a new start and be somebody better. All that I'll be if I don't get together now.
You've been listening to a 3CR podcast produced in the studios of independent community radio station 3CR in Melbourne, Australia. For more information, go to allthews.3cr.org.au.